All right, and Albert Abel Lardo, could you unmute for me, please?
Okay.
All right, you're here for a compliance hearing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not okay. We got issues with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome back to Time Served, the channel that scans the docket so you don't have to digging through the archives to find the very best for you, my loyal subscribers. Did I find a doozy? And today we have Miss Ruiz, and she has been sucking on the government teat for a while and seems to think no one can criticize her lifestyle. And this entitled attitude does not fly in the 187, and oh boy, does she get a verbal lashing from the Queen of Bear County. So sit back and relax and enjoy a brief moment of pandemic pandemonium in the 187. If you enjoy classics only seen on Time Served, check this one out. It is great. Like and subscribe, set your notifications to all. Let's roll, nerds.
And complete the sentencing.
Okay. Just give me a... I'm sorry, you have not
received a copy of the evaluation.
I asked for your email in the chat.
All right, we're going to proceed on Virginia Ruiz. Is there a prosecutor available?
Judge, it was Alexandra, but she's in a breakout room.
Let me see if any prosecutor is available.
I'm available. I'm back.
All right, thank you. Ms. Ruiz, you need to show your video.
I'm sorry.
Court is calling 2021 CR 0255, State of Texas versus Virginia Ruiz. If I can have parties announced for the record, please, for the state.
Alexandra Williamson.
For the defense.
EQ Lee.
And are you Ms. Ruiz?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Ruiz, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Ruiz, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Ruiz, I'm showing you a document entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That the state jail felony, the range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that if you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
She has talked to me about that, Your Honor. She is competent, but she's willing to go forward.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, she does.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Ruiz, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived a right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is recommending a fine of $1,500. They're recommending deferred adjudication. There's $57 restitution to the Bexar County for laboratory testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement, Ms. Ruiz?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, it is.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 120 hours of community service restitution, and regular UAs. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense is charged in the indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, Your Honor. The state offers States Exhibit 1 and
No objections.
Ms. Ruiz, I'm going to show you a document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports and laboratory reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. The court will accept into evidence States Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor. Well, she doesn't have much of a record. She had a state jail offense several years ago, and we're just asking that you grant her the deferred adjudication.
All right, Ms. Ruiz, I'm going to ask you some questions. I need you to be honest with me because I need to figure out what conditions to set for your probation. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So the questions I'm going to ask you, know that I'm going to have you do a test anyway. If you're tested for drugs today, what are the results? And know for a fact that you are going to be tested today. So what are the results going to be?
For a UA.
And don't start with just marijuana because everybody says that because they think it's okay to use marijuana because people are legalizing it. So what are you going to be positive for today?
I'm going to be positive for marijuana.
And what else?
That's it. That's all I do. That's all I just smoke.
All right, you're gonna get a UA today, and that UA had better only be positive for marijuana. If it's positive for something else, we're gonna have a problem. When's the last time you used meth?
I don't use meth, ma'am. Like I just smoke weed. That's all I do. Like I've never been charged with this type of drug or anything like that. Like this really wasn't mine, ma'am.
Are you actually saying that?
Like it was in my possession, yes. It was in my vehicle, but it was not mine, and that's the honest to God truth.
All right. You're gonna. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
3, 4, and 9.
Do they live with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Is Child Protective Services involved?
No, Your Honor.
Have they ever been involved?
Yes.
All right. Are you employed?
No.
How are you supporting yourself?
Well, since the whole pandemic and everything started, my kids have been out of school and I don't have anybody to care for them. So I've been the only provider for them here.
I'll say, so I'm back to my question. How are you supporting them? You don't have a job.
No, well, right now I'm on Section 8 and just the help that I get from the government. That's about it. And currently right now I've filed for child support, but that's about it.
When's the last time you had employment?
I'm gonna say about a year ago, maybe. It was a
Doing
little
what?
after I had my son. It
Doing
was
what?
maybe like a year and a half ago.
Doing what?
I think it was at Fred's Fish. I think that was my last job. It was Fred's Fish. It was Fred's Fish or J. Anthony's.
All right,
It
they
was
do
one of
have
those.
employees at Fred's Fish Fry. Okay, that has always been a question for everybody. All right. How far did you go in school?
I only went to freshman year to 9th grade.
Do you have a degree? Did you graduate? Did you
No, I didn't.
You have a
No.
GED?
No, I don't.
So you're just having children.
No,
The
I'm not just
taxpayers-
having children.
The taxpayers, which is everybody on this screen, is supporting them and supporting you. So I'm gonna put an end to that. This is what we're gonna do. It's $1,500 fine. $1,500 fine, that will be probated. 2 years deferred adjudication. You're gonna do a UA today by 2 p.m. And probation, I'm gonna want her tested for levels. You're gonna take parenting classes, because when you were out and about driving, I don't know where your children were, but they were not in the vehicle with you. You're going to have proof of employment within 30 days, 120 hours of community service restitution. You're going to obtain a GED or go to some type of trade school or do something with your life. You understand? There's going to be random UAs. And I'm going to want field visits.
Your Honor, no disrespect, but like, how are you like saying all this about me when you don't even know anything about me?
You're so dead you don't even know it.
Let me tell you what I know
Like, you're
about you.
just telling
Let
me
me just tell you what I know
because I'm
about
on
you.
Section 8,
Yep.
it means that I'm living off of the government, that I'm not being a good mom to my children. That's what you're
Let me
like
ask you
saying
this.
about me right now.
Yeah,
And I
yes,
feel
I
very
am. Let me just tell you what I'm
disrespectful right now.
saying. Let me ask you a question. You just told me you're going to be positive for marijuana. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So here's the thing. Let's say you need a babysitter for your children.
Ma'am,
And
I
the
know
children, nope. Let me finish.
Yeah, you
Because
need to let her
you're
talk.
trying to tell me you're such a great parent. Let me ask you this. You need a babysitter for your children. She's the Mary Poppins of babysitters. She comes to your house, your children love her, and she tells you, hey, by the way, I smoke marijuana. That's all I do. And if you test me today, I'm going to be positive for marijuana. Are you letting her babysit your children? Are you letting Mary Poppins, who's telling you she's going to be positive for marijuana, babysit your children? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, well, you're the Mary Poppins who's positive for marijuana, babysitting young children, who has no job, who's had CPS in your life, who was driving around with marijuana in your vehicle. And yes, you are not supporting yourself. The people who are supporting you right now and supporting your children are taxpayers. You just told me your children, you don't have child support for them, so the father's not supporting them. You just told me you don't have a job, you're not supporting them. You just told me you're going to be positive for marijuana, so you tell me, what is the description of a good parent? Is it somebody who has no job, cannot support their own children, depending on taxpayers, and positive for marijuana?
No, Your Honor.
So that's what I know about you right now. So I'm going to help you straighten your life out. So hopefully your children will lead a different life. Because right now, the only example your children have on how to be a good parent is you. And the example that you have given them is, I can't support you. I need taxpayers to support you. I've chosen fathers for you who will not physically support you. I've had CPS cases, but I can use marijuana. So this is what we're doing. $1,500 fine that's probated, 2 years deferred adjudication, a UA 2-day by 2 p.m., parenting classes, proof of employment within 30 days, 120 hours of community service restitution, and that will not be waived under any circumstances. She is to do the 120 hours of community service. You're going to obtain a GED or get in some type of trade school, random UAs, and I want field visits at her house because obviously Child Protective Services is not visiting her and somebody needs to look out for these children. And there's going to be outpatient treatment. Is there anything else you feel you need to be successful on this probation?
No, Your Honor.
Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, just make sure you add the 57 for Bear Lab, please.
Thank you. And $57 to Bear County for laboratory testing. Next. Oh, and the other thing, Rebecca, I'm going to want weekly Zoom reporting until further notice.
Yes, ma'am.
And make sure those field visits are at least once a month. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. I'm sending you to a breakout room. Probation will go over conditions with you. And Miss Lee, you can go to the breakout room with her if you so choose. Otherwise, you are excused.
You're fired.